So Homs is back in the control of Syrian government forces. It's now 3 years since rebels made it one of the centres of their resistance to President Assad. Let me just show you exactly where it is in Syria. You can see that it's very close to the border with Lebanon. If we go in, we can look at the old city of Homs, which has seen some of the fiercest fighting. Well, now a UN brokered deal means that rebels and their family have been allowed to leave in exchange for the release of some prisoners they've been holding. But the fight is not over. The first group of evacuated rebels moved north to these two places, and they say they very much intend to continue to resist President Assad's government. Now, BBC Arabic reporter Asaf Aboud has been in Homs today. These are some of the pictures that he has filed, and you can see the extent of the devastation that Homs has experienced as government forces and rebels have been fighting. BBC Arabic say that there have been no shots fired today, but smoke has been rising, as you can see there, in certain parts of the city. Well, those are some of the pictures from BBC Arabic. Thanks to them for those. Let me also show you a little of what one rebel has been saying to the media.
This is victory for the rebels. We thank God for this. We are leaving with dignity, but we will be back to Homs, and God willing, we will liberate Homs. We will be back and we will liberate Homs. Victory will be ours with God's assistance.
Well, let's talk with Lina Shinjab, Middle East regional editor for the BBC here in London. Lina, what have you been seeing on social media, hearing from your contacts about how this evacuation has gone on?
Well, it took a long time for this evacuation to take place. We know back in February that part of the evacuation took place with some of the families, around 2,000. And now, because of these hostages, issues of Iranian hostages, basically, the Iranian ambassador himself have been involved in this evacuation process. Many of the people who left, they were forced to leave because of the starved to surrender policy that the government have been following. And I've been looking at their Twitter feed and their Facebook pages, and there are really some devastating images that they posted. These are their homes. It's not only rebels, these are also families who are there. They're saying farewell to everything, not knowing if they will ever come back to it.
And on the face of it, this seems like a grievous blow for the rebels. Is that how you view it?
In fact, it is, because Homs was the capital of the revolution. This is how the opposition described it. And they inspired a lot across the country with their protest movement, and now look what's happening. Most of the city is destroyed, and this is the last pocket within the center of the city to surrender. However, these rebels, as you mentioned, they were going to Dar al-Kibire and Tel Bise, and these are other pockets in the northern suburbs of Homs, and they said they want to continue the fight. But so far we can see that President Bashar al-Assad's forces are winning militarily because they have the upper hand.
One thing before I let you go, you mentioned Iranian hostages. Where do the Iranians fit into this?
Well, Iran has been a supporter of the government since the start of the uprising. At the beginning, helping with logistics and security support, but later on heavily involved even militarily. And apparently some of the fighters, Iranian fighters, have been kept hostages in Aleppo, and that's why the Iranian ambassador himself have been involved in these negotiations in Homs.